Welcome to Everybody's Got a Price with
it?
your host, Jeff Dye, and my sidekick, Josh Nelson.
Sidekick now?
Yeah. Every week he gets demoted a little bit more.
Good for you.
We're here with our producer, George Dulcich, the Croatian door frame.
What's up, guys?
Doormat.
When you're young and youthful, you can just like wear anything, and people are like, "That looks cool on you." That's the secret to making clothes look good. Is just be hot.
Yeah.
You see like a hot chick, she's dressed terrible, but you're like, she's pulling it off. Yeah, because she's hot. That's like kind of what George has got.
Yeah.
In 10 years, you're gonna have to start planning your outfits and shit.
I'm wearing t-shirt and pants. You guys are acting like
No, I'm saying you look cool because you're pulling it off.
But it's not much to pull off.
It's lazy.
All right.
Your dirty ass kids and stuff.
Let's get to the episode.
I was calling you hot.
I appreciate it, but
Yeah, just saying you've got youth on your side.
thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
George, don't act like it's weird. You instigate things all the time. That's what this podcast is.
Are you okay, man?
All right.
Coming in hot, dude.
All right. I didn't think it was coming in hot. Josh, it's good to see you.
You too,
We
buddy.
had a fun week.
We did.
Started the Icon last Cowboy in LA tour.
Yeah,
We had a good time.
we did.
Yeah, 3 nights, 3 different things. Speaking of theater comedians, I'm very excited to have this guest. I'm trying to think
He looks
when I first came across you. I'm guessing you were at Flappers or something, probably. But I met you through the bevy of comedians. But he's very, very funny. He was always funny. He's just now as funny and more successful. Had great success on television, great success in the clubs. We're excited to have him, ladies and gentlemen, Drew Lynch.
Wow.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
woo!
George, I didn't get to weigh in on it, but I think it looks great, man.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Favorite guest so far?
I'm trying to think when I first saw you. Yeah, I was at Flappers, I think.
Had to be. I
Yeah.
worked the door there, and I feel like you were there a bunch. They
Yeah.
booked you quite a bit, that was where I got
Your start. That was
my
kind of your
start out there.
first club in LA. Where are you
Yeah.
from?
I'm from Indianapolis, and then I lived in Vegas for like 10 years after that. So I split pretty much my childhood between I was in Indy for the first 9 years, and then Vegas for like the next 9 or 10. And then I moved out here when I was like 18.
Now, Drew, you don't have to answer this, but
That was gonna make for a weird podcast.
yeah, this one's a real shot.
It's gonna be
man,
weird
on
if I don't answer
Cowboy Jeff here.
It'd be weird if I just didn't answer. We
Well,
just
once you
sat
hear
here.
how it's framed, you're gonna go, Jesus, Jeff, what kind of podcast is this? Is what you're gonna say to me.
No. He canceled so
Do you
soon.
feel like after playing in Indy and then playing in Flappers that you're like, I just can only perform for terrible women who own comedy clubs?
Oh my god.
Does that feel like your thing now? Like, I only can deal with ladies who have weird power issues.
I know the exact two people you're talking
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
and I'm not confident it's the same person. I've never seen them in the same room together.
Oh yeah, what if it was? That'd be amazing.
Yeah, man, it is interesting how I arrived in Indy doing one of the first clubs out there, and she kind of had the same sort of vibe, and I was like, wow,
Same
I
lady,
have
yeah.
I have so much experience dealing with this type of person.
Yeah, because you're really nice and like you're fun to be around and you're very funny. I've never not enjoyed your company, and to come from those places, you must deal with a comedy club owner now and just be like, oh, this person's the greatest comedy club owner ever.
Yeah.
Once you've been through that,
From abuse to yeah. And it's weird because I started pretty much at the time that Flappers was starting, so it was like I kind of saw how a business. I saw several decisions where they were made, and I was like, I think I would have done something very, very different than that. And so being on both sides of it, being on, like the non-comedian side, and then being on the comedian side, it's interesting to be able to have the perspective of both.
yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
How much to kick Josh in the dick right now?
Like money-wise?
That's what we're doing.
That's how I just launched into it.
Like money-wise?
Yeah, so that's what
No,
this
I'm
is.
into
We're
it.
gonna. Yeah, it's fine,
yeah.
right? $10.
Yeah, I don't think anybody. That's not gonna be expensive.
I don't have cash, so you're just gonna have to trust that I will get you that money.
Yeah, I love
Whatever
that.
it is.
No,
the
we'll
price.
pay you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you name your price.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you just jumped into it.
No, that is how this podcast works. We're gonna tell you. We're gonna ask you some questions. Some of them are so absurd and impossible that you'll never have to do them, but just try to visualize how much you would do that for if someone was to give you that money. And then other ones, our audience members at home or whoever's listening can scan this little code right here and give money to you to do the thing.
Oh, that's amazing.
So,
Wow.
we really believe here that everybody's got a price.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for Josh, how much to go skydiving? What would we have to pay you to watch that?
$1 million.
1 million.
Yeah, no, it's not going to get
$1
done.
million
People pay to do
Yeah.
for you to go skydiving.
For me to go skydiving, it'd be $1 million.
What is your fear of
Why?
skydiving?
I'm
The
I'm
earth ending when he
terrified.
lands?
Yeah.
Tsunamis.
You get
Hey.
a parachute.
Earthquakes.
Yeah,
The end of civilization.
he's being responsible
There
by
he
not
is.
doing it.
There's George.
He's
Glad we
being
got him.
responsible. He doesn't want to cause a tsunami. And,
No, man, I'm just terrified of heights. Like,
Yeah.
I won't even go at the, like, you were at a hotel room that was like 8 floors up, and you had a patio, and I was like, I'm not even getting near that thing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just,
Well, you fly to gigs, right?
yeah, don't love it. But yeah, I wouldn't jump out of it.
It is easy to pretend on an airplane that what's outside of the airplane isn't happening. I feel
Yeah.
like that. Like, I'm like, because the windows are so small and you can just kind of like bury yourself in Netflix or headphones, and so it's kind of easy.
Yeah, you
But
can't
like
think about
flying.
the
I've seen you on
stakes.
planes a bunch, actually.
Yeah.
That's another place I see you all the time.
Yeah, I used to have a huge fear of flying.
Yeah, and you
But it's
got
not
over
heights.
it?
It's not heights though. It was flying. I don't know how. I just maybe meditating and things
Okay.
like that. But I used to drink really really heavy in the morning. Like I would have, when you have those East Coast gigs, you
Yeah.
go from West Coast to East Coast, so you're on the first flight of the day. So I would do those little Grey Goose
Yeah.
1, 2.
I was always wondering
I
who's that.
wish I could blame my drinking on fear of flying. They'll go, Jeff, you got a real problem. I go, I'm just scared of podcasts.
Well, the thing is about back to what you were saying about like you have a fear of heights. I mean, if you jump out of a plane, I mean, you're kind of getting like less and less high
That's a good way
as
to
you're
look at
falling. In fact, that's like the best thing for heights.
Oh, nice.
really
I'm getting
funny.
rid of the heights.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great way to look
Slowly
at it.
getting smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that is how you accomplish beating a fear. Is like you can't get braver. There's no way to make yourself braver. Or sorry, how does that work? I already forgot how it works. But I read this thing basically. It's
You
like
can't get braver.
Yeah.
You found your ceiling. It's done.
Yeah, maybe
you
I
are
got
who
that
you are.
No,
mixed
you
up.
can't get braver.
I got it mixed up. Oh no, you can't make it less scary. You can only make yourself braver.
Oh, okay.
That's what
that
it is.
makes more sense.
So something like
That's his next merch shirt. You can't get braver.
Yes.
yeah, you can definitely get braver. I just got it mixed up. But the idea is that like, so you just do it slowly. That's the thing is like if you're afraid of swimming, it's like, all right, today we're just gonna sit in the parking lot of where a pool is for as long as we can. And tomorrow we're gonna get out of the car
That's
and we're
ridiculous.
gonna walk up to the door. And then on the third day we're just gonna look at a pool. We're just gonna sit at people, watch people play in the pool.
So I'm
and
just
the
gonna-
next day you're gonna sit and put your feet in, and you just slowly. That's how people get over fears.
So I'm just going to start watching skydiving videos tomorrow, and then
If
I'm
you
going to
had
drive to the
such a
airport.
paralyzing fear of it, yeah, that is what you would
I just
do.
don't need to do it. It's one of
It's
those
okay.
things where it's like I can live my life without doing
I've
it.
done it 3 times.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously, money wouldn't. You would do it for free.
No, I got paid 300 and I'm trying to do the math. Boy, it would have even been a good reference anyway. 333. Was that a million divided by 3? What is that? 333.
$300,000, $33.
Sounds like that might be it.
Stutter prohibited. That really is that number.
I was gonna say a stutter really is a problem when you're doing math.
yeah.
That's the only time it's a real burden.
Yeah.
You're like 333, and they're like, oh, so like that's like 3,000.
But I think
like, no,
that's
no,
the
no,
actual-
what? Only 133. And you go 2 3
But I think that's the actual number too. That's actually where a stutter would have been super helpful. It is that, right, George?
Let's,
I
me
wish
now.
my accountant had a stutter.
Yeah.
He's like, you have.
Wait, so
You
you really
have
got
so
paid?
much.
You got paid to do it?
No. I'm just saying.
Oh, you're saying
I
you
was
would.
just being dumb.
Okay.
It wasn't a good reference.
You're saying you would.
None of this is worth it. Thank you. It's not worth it.
Well, it ain't getting edited out, so.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, let's just keep this in.
Yeah, just to let you know.
That's this guy.
He
You're
can't
stuck.
edit anything,
Dude, I'm a good editor.
Yeah.
So I did it 3
I
times.
edit good.
I did it 3 times. One time was for a birthday. The other time was with family, and then the other time was with a girlfriend.
Okay, so you've
And
done
it's
it.
done. I think the first time you got to do it, and
Yeah.
then the second time is like, all right, okay, and then the third time is just irresponsible. I think it's just reckless. I think it's reckless.
You're like, I already did
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I mean, there's these guys who, in order to become like a
Yeah.
trainer, or whatever,
do it
like these
100
guys
times.
Who, you have to do it like, I don't know, you log it like 500 hours or something.
Yeah, that's
stupid.
insane.
It's insane. So, but I just think you're just testing death when
Sure.
you do it that second or third time. So,
Now, neither of you guys can do this, but how much to just go skydiving by yourself without a trainer?
That's the tough one. Without tandem.
I know
Without
you can't
tandem.
legally, you can't do it, but
Right.
to
We
do
could
it.
figure it out.
There's some like psychology behind wanting to do it yourself because like Tom Cruise like that he wants to do all of his own. You know what I mean?
this guy.
He wants to completely learn the whole thing. And
In
then
the Bible, we call that pride. That's how people die.
I mean, he won't pack his he won't let anybody else pack his own parachute. Like he wants to be fully in control of it. So in another way, you're kind of like going through the fear to really get to the other side of it.
So would you guys do it?
I would do that for $1 million. I'd fly. I'd learn how to do the thing. I'd take the classes. I'd do the thing. It'd have to be like $1 million because I'm pretty comfortable in life. I'm feeling very good.
Yeah.
I think that it's not as crazy as people
You
think
jump
it is.
out, you just freeze.
I would pull it immediately. You know how like they like free fall, but I'd be like, because they have two that you got to pull in case one doesn't go. I don't want to
would
figure
pull
that
both?
out. Yeah. Let's get. I gotta make sure I'm gonna live.
Just as soon as he jumps out of the door, just
dude.
both
Yeah,
parachutes.
wait till you're out of the plane.
It also have to be the height that I first skydived at. I've skydived at 2 heights, and one wasn't scary at all, and the other one was very scary. And so it'd have to be
a certain height matters.
It would have to be. Yeah, I noticed a dramatic difference.
Wait, do you remember the differences? Because I know one's at like like 12,000 or something, and then when you need oxygen, I think it gets to it's 15,000. I think.
Wow.
Well, I know that we were at like the minimum the first time.
Yeah.
Weren't
And
you
then
at one of those?
And then I talked about a big game. Like, I've already done this. It's not even that scary because I just thought all skydiving was the same. So I was like, oh man, I've already done this. And I went with a bunch of troops who were like super excited. Like, even the comedian's gonna jump with us. Like, he's the best. Blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, I got you guys, man. If you guys fight for war for us, like I can jump out of a plane with you guys. That's fun. And dude, it was so scary.
Yeah,
it was a
forget that.
lot higher. And like I didn't even notice the difference till we jumped out. And I was like, this is different.
That's peer pressure at its finest.
Absolutely.
You're not gonna puss out in front of the troops.
That's right.
I mean, I would.
It's unpatriotic for you to not.
That's
jump.
right.
I would.
Some of these guys were jumping without
Don't
legs.
care.
There was one guy that was just fastened
Yeah.
to the guy, and he had no legs. He's been in a wheelchair for 15
I mean, he only
years.
needs his arms.
I would never go tandem with that guy.
Yeah, that's...
The balance is all off.
It was a real test of the guy, the trainer too, or whatever those are called, the skydiving guy. Because the skydiving guy was kind of like, oh, I'm going to be doing all the lifting. Because they'll tell you like, all right, let's stand up here. Or, when we land, put your legs, all these different things.
Yeah.
He couldn't tell that to a guy. He's just got a huge, heavy person in front of him.
I did one of those skydive parks where it's like you go in the thing and it's like 6 feet up.
Nope.
That doesn't
Indoor
count.
skydiving?
Yeah.
You've done that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was literally like 6 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
I did that.
This is really revealed.
Most normal people could get 18 feet off the ground with the same amount of air blowing up, but Josh,
Oh, it's a fat joke. All right.
Mathematically, Josh
Okay.
needed more.
Jeez.
All right. Dude, he's so mean.
God, that was
How much for you to do it just by yourself?
just by myself. I mean, that means I would have to go through all the.
Yeah.
I would have to go through all the training.
Let's just say you didn't have to go through the training. You just got to jump out of the plane. You
I
just
would
got
want to go through the
Well,
training.
yeah, I was going to
You
say,
can't tell me
that'd
that.
be more, I think.
Yeah.
You can't do the training.
I can't do the
We're in
training.
Bolivia. We found a guy, dude.
You go, do I pull this one once I jump out? And the guys on the plane are like,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
allowed to tell you.
I don't know, man.
We know, but these fucking jackasses that have a podcast told us not to tell you.
If you want your money, you figure it out.
Yeah.
No. If I would have to go through the training. I mean, otherwise
Okay.
it's not even You're asking me to kill myself. You're asking me how much would you like to
No.
kill yourself?
No.
That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
no.
You want to jump out of yourself with a plane. You don't have training. You don't have a parachute.
A lot
How
of
much to
these
kill
do
yourself?
boil down to how much to die.
You don't even need
Okay,
a plane.
guys.
What if it's a building?
This is
I'm just like, Josh, you're asking me to kill myself.
This is ridiculous. Let's be honest. How much training do you need to jump out of the plane and pull the chute?
Probably a lot.
You
Because
have
it's
to
not
like,
just jumping. You got to land the fucking thing.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You gotta,
That's the scary part too. Is like, all right, am I close? How long do I pull on this one?
They don't
You
have
gotta know the
parachutes, so you
time.
just go straight down and slow.
No, you got to be able to navigate.
like here's another thing is if you jump out of a plane, the physics of it, that's why they have the training where you have to have your complete balance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your legs have to be doing a certain thing and your arms have to be doing a certain thing. And if you manipulate it in one way, it completely changes.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
see if I
the
can
reason
find this
that you
picture.
can't just pull a chute is because if you're flipping and you pull a chute, you're just
You're
gonna
going the
roll up.
wrong
You're
way.
gonna hang yourself before you get to the you kill yourself twice.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean,
For
well?
free.
Well, I mean,
I've decided for
which
free.
way
To
you
kill
wanna
myself
go,
twice,
dude?
I'll do it
Here's
right
the
now.
photo of me jumping the first time. Look at, how do you know where you're supposed to land?
why does it look like you're sitting on his lap?
I'm sitting on his lap. He's spooning me. That's what skydiving. But look, how do you know
No,
where you'd
it's
land?
It's
How
not
would you know
normally
where
how
to
people
aim?
skydive,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
If I just jump out, how would I know where to aim that?
Yeah, but you just
Yeah,
pull
no.
it, dude. Pull.
I know, but then land. Look at this image I'm trying to
Guys,
show Josh.
I don't really know.
But,
Josh
like,
is
to
playing
aim
dumb.
It, you do have to like aim it. Like that's another thing too, is they have certain parameters where you're only allowed to land. Like you get a fine if you go outside of, which makes sense. I mean, you can't
All
can't
right.
just show up in somewhere's
Barstow.
Yeah, someone's bar's mitzvah. You can't just be like, hello. You know what I mean?
Here
You
I
can't-
am.
All right.
So I just think
So the training now.
L'chaim.
Jesus. How much
Yeah.
for the training also?
yeah, for the training also, yeah, I mean, I guess $1 million is, I don't know, I feel weird not saying $1 million since we all said $1 million, but I mean, to go
I'd
to
make
the
it
training,
a real project, you know?
yeah, it's not a passion of mine at all to go do that
Yeah.
again, and I've escaped death 3 times, so I'm just like, I guess $1 million. I mean, because I would really have to go through the hours of doing it over and over again.
Yeah, I'd have to sit down. I got to go on a 2-hour thing tomorrow to learn this.
No, those are legit answers.
I'm afraid that I become enamored with it too. I'm afraid that I leave this life behind. You know what I mean? I'm like, I used to do,
And now
I used to
you're-
do
Have a great
comedy.
life.
I was you're never gonna believe this. I did a podcast, and the theme of this
Yeah.
podcast is
Josh
they
Nelson.
ask you. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone in heaven's laughing at you.
Yeah.
You dumb bastard.
Yeah.
Were you that funny comedian? You had a great life.
Yeah, you idiot.
What were you thinking?
They didn't.
I don't know. I do love money. And I just thought,
I mean, $1 million is worth it though.
how much to wear a T-shirt that has a photo of Anne Frank and it says liar above it? Wait, also, is it 1 day or 1 week?
Yeah.
It's one day, but you don't know beforehand,
You don't
so
know
you
the
can't
day.
you can't plan anything.
We might go, oh, you got 2 shows tonight on a Saturday, huh? All right, wear your Anne Frank shirt. And you go, fuck, they got me.
He's like,
Today?
grab my hoodie.
Well, I mean, you're asking to deal with the repercussions of being canceled, right?
Maybe.
Yes. Well, maybe. I mean, unless I just hit the 1 day where you guys are generous enough to be like, he was poolside and his neighbors are a little, they're a little disgruntled.
Or
now.
maybe people are like, it's pretty hilarious, actually. I mean, I wonder
Yeah.
what he was trying to say. That's
it could
pretty
go
funny.
the other way. Oh, that's.
Are we sure that Jewy-looking girl on the photo is Anne Frank?
Oh my god.
Could be just a regular little girl.
We're gonna change this to how much for Jeff to get canceled.
Here's the thing: is I already said $1 million for the skydiving. I don't. If I say anything less than that, it's pretty anti-Semitic. So, but also that's the way I feel. It would have to be I mean, like that's an insane thing to do. That's
I didn't
crazy.
read her diary because I believe in privacy. I think
And
it's-
truth.
Yeah, I don't believe. I'm not sure. That's a collection of her.
I do think that it is kind of messed up that in English lit they're just like we have something.
Yeah.
And it's just just a girl's diary.
Do you think they cut out some of the salacious parts?
Jeez.
Like some of the diary was just like, about grooming or something, and then like they're like, this isn't part of history. We got to keep that out.
Wasn't she by herself?
But that's the thing. She's probably thinking about stuff. My fingernails are getting kind of long. In here,
Oh my god, dude.
Stuff
He's
like
going
that.
over the top. He's like, what did
Here
I
we
sign
get
up for? Yeah.
one in between skydiving and Anne Frank.
Yeah,
That's
all
all
right,
I
fair enough.
want.
Yeah, we
I
got a lot.
just
Throw that one
wanted
out,
one
George, you
in
piece of
between.
shit.
This was George's idea.
All right, what's
my
another
God.
good one?
How about how much to issue a public apology of something you didn't do, and we decide what you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
well, hang on. You have to convey some level of stakes that, you know what I mean? Like, what's the stakes of it? You know what I mean? Is it going to be something
Yeah.
that's like,
Wearing a
We
T-shirt.
were talking about.
yeah. Like, is it going to be something like that?
We
Yeah.
were talking about how it would be great to keep it super ambiguous.
Oof.
So, which I actually we should just shoot
That's
it
funny, yeah.
after this. Me going, I feel terrible. I'm gonna change my ways. Like, I'm very sorry to anyone that I hurt. Just keep it so vague that now Google is just crashing with people going, what did Jeff Dye do? What did Jeff Dye do to get the...
They're gonna pin you to something though.
No, but I mean, like, they won't really know.
Yeah, how
but
about an
they'll pin
ambiguous
you.
one like that? How much?
Okay.
Yeah, because it's hard because you can't be like, oh, it's sexual assault. He's like, of course he's
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
do something like that, but something like
I think for $50,000. That's a number that comes right to mind.
That's a good answer.
I think hang on, actually that's high. I think that's high. It felt greedy as I said it.
Best guess ever.
300 is I think that's somewhere
300.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be
That
bizarre.
answer.
If I was like, you know what, I was
locked
off.
it in.
I love the
off.
way he went through the process. I love the way he explained it. Man, I wish Matty Chimber would see this episode.
Oh, yeah, he sucked. Love Maddie, but
We love Matty.
What a
Never
nightmare.
being invited back. That's how you do it, Matty.
How much to just go on Instagram tomorrow and put fuck AGT?
Where's my phone?
It's really funny. Where's my phone?
Where's my?
Lock
Why
it
would
in.
you want him to do that?
Well, I don't want him to. That's the. I mean, it's not like,
that's
hey,
the stakes
go on
you're afraid,
Instagram
yeah.
and put I love AGT.
I'm
Like,
obviously- yeah.
It would obviously have to
Well,
be.
here's why. Is that when you did the show, you did have to go on and say like I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that is they're very much like. And here's the thing is I did, but it's one of those things where it's like
No,
it
it's
feels
a lot.
a little weird. It feels a little weird when you're like, all right, I'm gonna post about this. Of course, this is a thing that changed my life and everything. But when they're like, remember, we changed your life, and you're
I
like,
know.
no,
Oh,
you're like,
all right.
no, I know,
It's like being a child star who's trying to become an adult. They're like, you're Hannah Montana. You're You're like, I want to show my tits.
Yeah.
And they're like, but you're Hannah Montana. You're like, not anymore. I'm
Yeah.
a grown up now. Like I'm a.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely grateful for that show and for what it did. But there were also things that I've seen a lot of things where it's just like, all right, there's things that they're not they weren't the number one show for a long time without having done some things that were like, wow, that they
Yeah.
really are. They're really really good at what they do.
Yeah, there's
you know what I mean?
talent for sure. What about fuck AGT fans? That one would probably be a little different, right?
I don't think. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if it's the same anymore. You
How
know what I
much? This
mean?
one's for Josh.
Yeah.
How much to go on your social media?
Yeah.
Can't text nothing. You just have to go on your social media and be like, fuck women's basketball.
Ooh.
Because I know your family.
As a story,
You just post it out there. Just it's up there.
I mean, a couple $100.
Couple $100.
Two?
Fuck
$200
women's
bucks?
basketball.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no one would care.
Do you have women in your life?
Yeah, they're not, whatever. They're gonna see it. They're gonna text.
Yeah, what
I'll
is
ignore
this?
it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
whatever.
Wait, that would. I mean, with the timing of that, I mean, I think it would.
You think it would be bigger?
There's
reckon it would be- I
50
think it could be pretty
WNBA
big.
fans in the world,
I don't
and
think-
2 of them are in his family.
I don't think I have a huge WNBA following.
I know,
you
but I know your family.
Well, the WNBA is like bigger than it ever was this year.
Yeah.
Bigger than. I mean,
Now we can name 3 players.
I can't. I know. Caitlin Clark.
She's not even in
She's
the
not
WNBA.
even in it,
yet.
yeah.
But
I
she
don't
will.
know
There we
anybody.
go, yes.
I don't know anything.
Sue Bird's out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Brittany Griner.
Scottie Pippen.
There's Scottie Pippen's son. No, Dwayne Wade's son is in the WNBA.
Okay.
Not yet. Soon.
Did you think?
Yeah, I guess that's not that much. A story of say fuck. You say what is it? Fucking WNBA.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It just wouldn't have like a huge effect.
Yeah. All right, do the
Like my family members might be mad or
I
whatever.
thought it would have higher stakes.
Sorry, dude.
That's all right.
I got nothing to cancel, dude.
How
What
much-
about this?
Can I ask one?
Yeah,
go
of
ahead.
course.
Okay. How much do you go on stage? All right. No. How much? How much you go? How much would you pay us to watch you?
Yeah, I need a shitty minimum, and then I need you to like pretend like I'm gonna get some bonuses that you never give me. Can you make that happen?
How
I'll
much?
tour
for you,
Funny Bones every weekend.
This is all right. This. How much for you to go on stage? You do it's a headlining set, all right? And the
I'm out.
relate.
okay.
Fuck,
Jeff-
I'm out. I knew that was coming.
All right, whatever. Feature, whatever. 25 plus minutes.
Yeah.
all right? And the tip of your dick is sticking out of your waistband
Oh, God.
for the whole thing, and you can never address it. You're just doing your set, and it's not so much where you're like, Jesus Christ, that guy's dick, but it's enough where it's like, I think that's that guy's dick that's
And
poking out.
I think that's a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they can't see it, right?
No, they can see it.
Oh, your shirt's not
No,
covering
like
it?
the tip. What I'm saying is like the tip. Like your shirt is like this. It's like just enough.
Dude, mine would be like $20 million. Like, I would feel so... I couldn't even know if I could do
when you got a small
3
dick,
minutes. And people would be like, what? Because I'm... Oh, God.
When you had a small dick, yeah, you'd be embarrassed.
Small, big, whatever it is. I would just be so mortified. I'd be in my own head, fumbling over my own jokes.
I mean, I would probably not that expensive. For
Really?
me, yeah, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, right, dude.
No, it'd be a couple.
Everybody
How much?
be talking
How
about
much?
it, too.
That's. I mean, first of all, you might be
dick is
hailed
out.
as a
Yeah.
comedic genius for forever too.
Yeah.
There's a huge upside with this.
That's the mushroom guy.
There's very low ceiling, very low floor as well.
Yeah.
You could. I mean, that could be a rap, but
Could you get arrested?
I don't think so. Because here's the
Bobby
thing.
Lee does it, right?
Here's the thing. Is
You go,
like
I don't know.
you're just like I didn't know. You know what I mean? You had no. You know.
That's where I keep it.
yeah.
Ignorance.
That's where I. That's yeah.
You just walk out with your.
You'd have to really figure out the clothing, too, to, like, make
Yeah.
that work.
like where it's just like the rest of your shirt's hanging out, but that is kind of like that's.
I mean, you can't tell
it's
me
got a
for 10
backdrop.
grand I wouldn't do that.
One time,
Like,
I was
for-
hooking up with a girl.
What would you guys do that?
What?
Well, how
a
much
lot.
would you do that for?
Like I
lot of
said,
money.
like 20 mil.
20
a lot of
million.
money.
It would have to
Get
be
out of here.
crazy.
I know you'd do it for $1 million.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be so mortified.
If your penis was showing?
Yes, I don't want to go out there. My penis is showing.
What are you hiding? Like, why are you so embarrassed?
I don't want. It's. They say distraction is the enemy of comedy, and let me tell you, it's pretty distracting.
Oh, it's on the principle of comedy that he doesn't
Yeah.
want to do it.
People are going.
It's really for the
People
art,
can't
Josh.
even pay attention. They go, "What is this? His dick's out? Is this the joke?
Je-
Is that the joke that his dick's out?"
Jeff just doesn't want a bad set.
I
That's
know.
Well, and also, like, I wouldn't even be able to
Laugh.
get through it, and then I'd be like, "They told me to do that." Tuck my wiener back in, and then I get no money. Like, I just could. I like it'd be so.
Jeff's like, the purity of my writing is to be admired.
No, it's
and if
not
they
like
don't
that.
get that, then I can't live
not
with it.
Can't
doing
be
no-
bombing up there. No, one time
I'm
I
not
had sex
doing
with
no
a girl
dick gimmick.
right before the show, and like I didn't bother like taking my
All
shirt
right,
off or
stop
anything.
flexing.
So I had like kind of like the remnants of sex like on the lower part of my shirt,
Ew.
and I did my set, and people like kind of noticing it, you know, like what is, and then I noticed it. I was so flustered because I couldn't be like, oh gosh, what's on my shirt? Like I had to just kind of like go through it, and I was sweating. I was like so uncomfortable. I was
Yeah.
like, maybe I'll lie.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll say like, oh God, I ate something before the show, and look, guys, it looks like jizz. But like I knew what it was. It was just like it didn't know how to wiggle out of it. It was
Yeah,
very
man.
uncomfortable. But I think that this is like 100 times that.
Sex without consequences, right?
I
I
gotta.
got pregnant too.
What about this then? All right, just
Well,
as a-
what's your answer?
my answer, I would say I think $1 million. There's a small part of me that's just like I think this is hilarious as well.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like I mean, just it's not it's just enough where it's just like oh he just didn't tuck it in all the way. You know what I mean? But
You're at Flappers.
hang on.
Yeah. Wait, he has to go back to Flappers?
Yeah,
2 million.
hang on.
2 million.
Whoa, we're having fun.
He's like, my career hasn't gone that
She
bad.
wouldn't get it.
yeah, she comes in and is just like we know how to market this.
Yeah.
All right, so then here's probably around $1 million, somewhere between $1 million and $2 million, probably that's my number there. But for this then, what about to go on stage and it's like so much water where your pants
yeah.
are like a stain. It's hang on, it's not so much water. It's enough where you're like oh he peed and didn't shake and now it's
Just
it's
a little
very-
bit?
I mean it's enough where it's
Just
like
dribble.
yeah.
$1,000?
Yeah, I don't think that would be.
All right,
I'll tell you
all right,
why.
it's on late
Because they're
night.
going to make fun of me. They're not going to believe that I did this as a gag. Because you said it's a subtle amount.
Yeah.
So now there's this kind of the joke is on me thing. Like, oh, did you hear about Jeff Dye? Fucking pissed on his pants and then still perform. Like, it makes me look gross, you know?
What about
But
if-
it isn't so, like, catastrophic that this is, you know, now my reputation is like dick hanging out.
What about what about if it's on late night?
Oh, God. Then
That's allowed to be a lot of
Yeah.
money. Just the piss boy on late
It's
night.
just the-
I know what I would do. I would name a price, and then in my green room, be like, I can't do it. Like I would pussy out, like right when we got to it. You'd be giving me my money, and I'd be like, I can't. It's Nitro.
If as soon as you did it though, as soon as that set went live, you'd be referencing this podcast. You're like, it was for the podcast.
Yeah, like, and I think my comedy heroes would be fine with it. Like, a lot of them would be like, oh, it's funny that I had piss on my pants
Yeah.
for the Tonight Show. Like, they would do it.
Yeah.
I would be like,
I'm sure somebody's done this for free accidentally.
oh, accidentally. Yeah.
Accidentally, yeah.
Someone's jumped out of a plane accidentally.
How about you for
What, that same thing?
Yeah.
For
yeah, you
Fallon?
keep asking questions, but you don't want to answer them.
I know. I kind of found a loophole in this. I was like, if I ask all the questions,
no.
this is not even my podcast.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah,
Next
listen.
time you do the Tonight Show, you
Yeah,
gotta
they-
have a little piss on your pants.
little dribble.
oh man,
There's no way.
And it's got to be real pee.
does it have to be mine?
It has to be
But
your
yeah.
pee.
Come on, you're stripping me here. 500, 200. No, that's too rich. I think
500.
500,000 is 500,000.
Well, I was like,
yeah, less than the
Drew,
rate.
I don't want to pay you to ruin the bad part of this is going to be.
Like, 500's on the table right
I
now.
have to give him the 500. He's going to have to do it. And then I'm going to go, I shouldn't have had him do this. Watching it at home going, oh,
This was the downfall.
why did I?
This was the downfall.
500,000.
500,000.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I got a pee one for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
How much to only pee outside for a week?
Oh.
I mean, I could do that.
$1,000,
no problem.
$1,000, yeah.
$1,000?
Because it's a bit of a nuisance, but it's also, I figured out.
Peeing would be easy.
We were in North Carolina this weekend, and like we went to one of these small towns to get gas. Just got off the freeway, but it was a very small town. So small that their only gas station and convenience store was just
Closed.
had a sign in it like "Be back in an hour." You're like, this is allowed?
Wow.
But Randy comes back like he went in, and we go, I thought it was closed. He goes, I just pissed.
Yeah.
He just pissed on the building.
Yeah.
They were closed. They just peed. Like that's like very nonchalant.
But a week is a long enough time where it's like, yeah, like you said, it's like, okay,
It'd be
that's
annoying,
makes you
but-
think about it.
Inconvenience of
Yeah,
it, really.
yeah.
Because peeing outside is kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah, but I pee a lot. So it's like, like before the show.
a
I'll be
lot
like,
or
oh,
often.
Often.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Yeah, that's
Often. Yeah.
I pee a lot.
Sometimes it's a lot. But
But
most
usually
of the time
it's
it's often. Yeah. Like, for example, like, I'll be like, oh, shit, he's bringing me on in like 3 minutes. I'm going to quickly pee.
Yeah.
So it's like, that would be really tough. Because
Yeah.
now I'm going like, shit, I promised I
yeah.
wouldn't pee. Right
yeah,
before.
because that pre go on stage
Yeah.
pee is it's essential.
You'd have to go outside.
There's all these little things you're checking. Like, all right, I got my thing. I got this. I should go pee real quick.
Yeah.
You just open the door, pee right by your car, dude. No problem.
$1,000, I think. I think it
Yeah.
really just is the inconvenience of it. But I mean, also the chances of you getting caught.
Oh,
I mean,
could
go
you
up
imagine?
exponentially.
Yeah.
And also think about it too. Like, let's say you're laying in bed and you're winding down. You're like, motherfucker, I
Yeah,
have to
that
go
would-
Oh, I know,
and
yeah.
then travel downstairs and
Find a spot in your
look
yard.
like this a
You
few
just have
times.
sex, and then you go in the bathroom. You're like, forgot I promised the guys.
Yeah, yeah. You.
She's like, why are you going outside? I'll be back.
Doing a thing for a week.
Yeah, actually, that would be one way to get through it too. Is if you have sex and you don't go to the bathroom, you for sure have a UTI, but you definitely can't pee the rest of the week.
Yeah.
So that you still end up
Yeah,
walk away with
positive.
$1,000.
Yeah, a little positive there.
Kidney stones, but
And I've been getting those for free forever.
So, wait, we get to have sex for this if we do this thing?
Yeah, no, this wouldn't
hang
apply
on.
to Josh.
This is a
Stop
addendum.
asking sex and headliner things.
my bad.
Josh wants to play the game.
I'm
Drew.
trying to relate.
God dang it.
Let Josh play.
He's over there just playing
I was like,
dice
dude,
with
if
the
I get
Percy
to have
Yeah,
triplets.
he's going, I don't know.
If I get to have sex, I'll do whatever.
Leave
yeah,
that
for
couch
free.
alone.
All right, I got one. How much to go on stage and in the middle of your act, just not say a word for 3 minutes?
This is a fun one.
All right. For 3 minutes,
It's a long time.
that is a long.
You just can't say a
time.
word. You can pan.
I
mean,
feel like our listeners that aren't comedians don't realize how long 3 minutes is.
That is a long time, dude. Oh,
okay. How
You know,
about-
in the
how-
weather when they go, it's 48 degrees, and then underneath it says feels like 32, which I don't even know how
Yeah.
they measure that.
yeah, that's so weird.
That's kind of like on stage. You go, it was 30 seconds, but it felt like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's what 3 minutes is gonna feel like an eternity.
oh my gosh, I don't. All right, you go first, Jeff, because I need time to really put
I
myself
think I've already
there.
put mine in.
Yeah,
on this.
we
What is
said
it?
what, like $1,000
For,
bucks.
No, I said 100.
Oh, 500. Yeah, I
was
think
in the
we
100.
all said $500 for this.
Was it 500?
Yeah.
George,
you have
I don't have the paper with me.
you have a Microsoft Excel sheet, right? That says everything.
what is on that laptop? I feel like
It's right there. Yeah.
Oh,
He's just watching
You guys have done this one.
Yahoo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we repeat ones.
Okay. All right. So then mine is going to
What's
be.
that?
All right. Can you guys just give me a second? Just nobody
yeah.
talk
Let
right
him
now.
chew on
Just
it.
nobody talk. I just want to get like a sense of what it is. Oh my God! I can't.
For 3 minutes.
I can't. This might be the highest one.
Yeah.
I'll do the
I've
I'll do the
never
Anne Frank
not
one.
talked for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You were with me on the road.
yeah, I was.
There's not a minute I'm not talking for 3 minutes.
So there's some times where I'm on stage and I have to take like a second in order to get control of
Sure.
my motor skills. All right. So there are times where I think like I could get away with like 10 seconds or a few seconds where it's like, all right, I gotta figure out another word for that, or I gotta center myself to fucking get through this, right? But 3 minutes,
3 minutes.
is an eternity.
Do you think the crowd would be concerned for you? Like,
Yes.
is he all right?
Yes, I do.
He's not
Yeah.
talking.
Yes, I do. I lose. They call an ambulance, and I lose money on this. I lost money because I have to pay the fee for a fucking ambulance because
Yeah.
they're like, oh no, it's happening again.
Oh, boy.
Literally, that's
There
what
he
happened.
goes.
There it is.
He was crushing, and then he fucking went into
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, there was no chance that anybody thinks it's a bit for me. They're like, this is the ghost of history past.
That's so good.
No chance, dude. How quickly in under 3 minutes they have my insurance
Then you
card.
keep going like this, like you want him to wait.
I'm being detained. I'm literally being detained.
Oh,
They're
dude, that's
like, we
too
know
late.
what
We
this
already
is.
called. People are standing up, like I'm a nurse. Like,
Yeah, dude.
shut up.
We know what this
Nicest
is.
crowd. I bet you have the nicest crowds in the world.
They are very nice. Okay, so then, all right, I can't put I don't even know. I quit. I quit comedy. And if in a minute 30, I quit.
Yeah.
And
It is a
the
tough
words
one.
that break the silence are I quit, and I don't want this money.
Yeah.
All right, what about this? How much money to bomb for a whole year?
Oh
Oh God, a whole
To
year?
bomb a whole year.
I mean, just pay me more than I'm making for a
Yeah.
whole year.
Again, I'm
How
trying
much to be a
connect.
Verzi triplet for a year?
Oh.
How much to be a triplet for a year?
I was going through my mind like, who do I throw under the bus
Yeah,
on this?
that's
Who do I throw
perfect.
under the- Man, my ego's way too big for this. As far as like,
I don't even think
the
I could
one thing
do
that
it.
brings me joy. Yeah, like, all right, that's not true. Lots of things bring me joy, but the highest thing to bring me joy, like comedy's like my favorite.
Well,
thing
and
in
you
the
guys
world.
make a career out of
I mean,
it too.
you have to
can't.
kind of just be like knowing that. You have to be kind of knowing that like you're doing this for.
Yeah, but what if you forget? A year's so long that you like, I forget how to do this now.
Oh yeah.
I've gotten in the pattern of bombing every night.
I don't-
They're like, I couldn't. I this is the worst one anyone's ever pitched.
for you.
Well, no, because now they're gonna go, we can't bring Jeff back. Like
Yeah.
he sold out all the club. Like, but every show was terrible.
It's pretty much-
reputation starts going around,
It's pretty much career I mean,
Yeah.
it's close to career suicide.
and nobody's gonna believe it's a gag. We could
Yeah.
show them this 1,000
Not for a whole
times.
year.
They'd
And
be like,
that's-
no, he just lost it. Jeff lost his touch. He
That's-
sucks now.
And that's a stipulation too. You can't. There's a clause
Right.
where you can't say this is for money.
For
This
$5
is
million,
the
you
worst.
guys would do it though.
no,
No,
10
I would.
not a chance.
10 million?
What are you
No.
crazy?
No.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you guys made so much money.
It would. Here's the caveat, and this is be cheating.
10 million?
I would say $1 billion, and then guess what? I would just try to not go up as often as possible for that whole year.
No.
I'd be on my-
Gotta go up
Jeff.
nightly. Gotta
I
go
would
up nightly.
try to
up.
just not take gigs.
You have to go up.
Gotta go up nightly,
have to.
dude.
Oh, I couldn't do it. I'd kill myself.
You have stuff on the books right now for this year, right?
Yeah,
kill
I have to
myself.
do
You gotta
those.
do 'em. You
Oh,
gotta do
dude,
'em.
I couldn't. This is the worst one I've ever had.
You said you'd kill yourself
Some of
before
them
you
were
would
like, how
do
much to
this.
cut off your legs, and those were easier for me to answer than
Than
this
this
one.
All right. What do we say? What do we say for? What
For-
do we say for 3 months?
For 100
That's
grand.
still so long.
You got it. 3 months.
I would do it for 100 grand
people
right
have
now.
People have bad patches where you're just like, oh fuck, I can't.
My
I'm trying
problem,
to work on
honestly, with this is I don't think I could bomb.
You're so
Dude.
You really sold that too.
No,
Josh,
we're not doing booze,
you
dude.
sold that in your face.
did.
I was like,
Thank
wait.
you.
When I was,
Thank
Yeah.
you very much for believing that, man.
Yeah.
These guys booed and you
I
believe me.
empathize with you for a second.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's
I mean,
crazy.
yeah, he can't do it. He
You
can't
just
do it.
can't. It's It's in his genetic
just
makeup.
Too funny. Even his bombs were killing.
Was that on purpose?
Although I do, one time Adam Ray went up. This is the.
Oh God.
So there's like 4 times in my life.
Dr. Phil or Adam Ray?
Adam Ray. Went
Okay.
up. One time, so like there's 4 times in my life that I can recall. I'm sure there's been plenty more where I was laughing so hard that I was like, I'll remember this laugh. That's how hard I was laughing. Adam Ray was like young in his comedy years, but still super good at comedy. He can go up there and kill at this point in his life. And he intentionally dressed up like a character. He put on like a puffy vest. He spiked his hair up in the front, which was just my regular haircut at the time, by the way. He like pushed it all forward and then put his and he just went up like he was a frat guy at UW signing up for the open mic for the first time. I'm telling you, I recorded it on my little digital camera. It's the video of it is useless because I'm laughing so hard. I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. And he just was like, so we're good, like Starbucks.
Is he just doing your act?
No. What?
Well, you don't work at Starbucks.
No.
Well, you said your hair. That's why I was thinking.
No, he did my hair, but like he was like, so we're at Starbucks, and like people come in and be like, can I get a mocha choco? And then that's not the joke yet. He would do that to the crowd, like, and like these, but people were like laughing at him, and he'd be like, hey, this is really hard. Man, these lights are bright. But like people would like ask me for like a mocha choco with like extra whip, and I'm like, what do you want, a dick too? But it would just like be like so bad that these like frat guys actually started laughing. But then their girlfriends got mad at their boyfriends for liking it. It was the fucking most
That's so funny.
incredible.
That's great.
Like meta open mic kind of like thing. It was very, very funny.
All right, a month of bombs.
A
month of bombs.
1 month.
1 month. Which is so interesting because I think if you do it for a year, the number is astronomical, right? But if you do it for a month, it feels like it could be significantly less.
How much to bomb for a weekend would be too much for me?
Should we just ask George what his normal price is?
Yeah. Oh wait.
No, so Georgie.
I naively I agreed to that.
Yeah.
I'm too compassionate as a person. I was like, what? And then
he just bombs all the
so
time.
I've talked about this a lot, but like after a bomb, and I'm sure you've had this before, I'll just like sit in my car like, what happened back there? Like I'll drive all the way from Comedy Magic Club and I haven't turned the music on. Like I didn't even realize the music wasn't on. I just kind of driving like going because you find identity in doing well, and so like when it doesn't go well, you feel so misunderstood. And, like, just puzzled. Like I thought I was really good at comedy. And
is the weather weird? Is it a holiday?
And that's one.
You start looking at all the other stuff. Maybe
it's all been a lie.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a fucking fraud.
Oh my God.
So for like a whole month.
Yeah.
But if you're bombing on purpose, I don't think you'll feel that same way.
Yeah, but I'll still feel like sad.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
There's
some sort of psychology behind like
Instead,
I'm going up there with the intention.
You're gonna feel like I'm such a great actor. Like I am so good.
I'm Joaquin Phoenix when he did his little
or
going crazy character that he did for a year.
Or just turn into Michael Lenoci and yell at the crowd the whole time.
Yeah, but that is weird that he does that.
I'll talk shit to Michael. I don't care.
I think like it is so like you get so shaken by it that you're just like it would be really tough. But it is interesting how if you change, like if you go up there with the intention of being like, all right, this is a thing, I just got to do this, I got to do my time.
But that's 4 weekends somewhere that they don't want you back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's also a difference. So you guys couldn't do this if you're like going to headline for a weekend at a comedy club.
But that's why it's part of it. He says just take a month of your career. I'm like, all right, that's
the
so
comedy
for this
club
month,
would hate you.
That would mean the Comedy Cellar is going to be, because I'm doing Comedy Cellar this week. I'm doing a corporate event on Friday. So, like, these are all things that'd be like, and that's 1 week.
Yeah, you couldn't book that stuff. You'd have to do local shows, do around the city.
But even those local shows, it's like hard to get Laugh Factory spots and improv spots.
Yeah, but I mean, just you're booking all the breweries for a week.
Yeah.
You know, once again, like the triplet.
Yeah, you're on the Jersey circuit.
I saw someone bomb this week at the improv, and let me tell you,
they'll be back.
She was rattled.
There is something about, there is something about, Mike Tyson talks about how, like, when he's in, he seems like somebody who's not scared when he fought, but he's just as terrified. But that's why he would train so aggressively, and that's why he would be so aggressive, is because it was from fear. There is a little bit of that, I think, with like stand up too. You're like, I gotta write so much and do so much and work so hard. I gotta do so much pre-show shit just to make sure that it's really like it's brittle. You know what I mean? It's like fuck. I'm like it could look. Here's somebody who's like one of the best fighters ever, and it's like I wonder how that extends to maybe some other comics, either some of our comedy heroes, because like I'm for sure operating from that place sometimes where I'm just like, fuck dude, I have to do so much prep just to make sure that this connects.
Philip Seymour Hoffman said every time he got a role, he would be in a 24-hour period. Once he heard he got the role, right? You like celebrate, like, oh man, I booked this movie, I booked this role. But then it would immediately turn into like diarrhea. He would be sick to his whole body would be like sick and buzzing, being like, how am I gonna pull this off?
Yeah.
Like he was like that afraid of just getting a project. And if you watch anything Philip Seymour Hoffman's in,
it's amazing.
you're like, this guy's one of the greatest actors of our generation.
Yeah, the diarrhea thing connects for sure. I don't know much. I don't know much about much else, but boy, do I know that. If I know one thing so far, it's that.
It's diarrhea.
It's diarrhea.
Yeah, we've danced with that devil many times.
All right, you can't take a pre-show shit for 2 weeks.
Let's do the slap one.
All right, how much to take a slap from one of those slap boxers?
Oh, are there slap boxers?
Yeah, have you
It's a
not
whole
seen those
league
videos on Instagram where
They're gonna pop up now that we're talking.
I know.
about it. You're gonna
And if
get
you
'em.
say it loud enough, yeah.
Maybe George can pull up a video. We'll see. Doubt it.
Oh man.
I got Joe Rogan to
This
admit
is
on
cool.
his podcast that he's surprised it's a thing, which it's owned by UFC. There it is.
Slap
Go to
box.
that.
Why are we
No,
showing the video before
No,
he
we-
says the price?
We've done that one before. I think it's
okay.
bad.
Oh my.
So it's just these two people. You stand at a podium.
Let me go
And
power
you
slap.
take turns slapping each other, one for one. And
no
then
blocking. No.
There's no block. You just gotta wear it, but only once. We're not in the league,
Right. Oh my god. But I mean, you'd have to think. I mean, is there irreparable damage? I mean, potentially, right?
I have no idea. I don't know how it works. I mean, these guys do it for a living, so maybe
my
they're
goodness.
heels or whatever.
Oh.
That guy did. It looked like a Superman
he's
jump punch
fine.
or something.
Oh, and I don't think you lose unless you get knocked out.
Oh.
See that?
No.
That's the ear.
Oh.
Why are you showing him the worst one?
Oh.
It's also
So
hit
we
his-
get this reaction.
it hit.
Oh. I have the same body type. No. Oh, that would be. Hey, I got up.
Look, he
Oh,
tried to hit
but I'm
it.
stumbling.
You didn't get
Oh
up.
no, it's a guy with a fucking mullet.
I don't like
Oh.
his dancing around either after that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's bad, dude.
I can't do it. I can't. You're asking too much from me. I can't. I know. I can't. My medical history says I can't.
Why isn't Mr. Beast on this podcast? I wish we had.
We'd have
his
to
wallet.
do everything.
No, I wish that we could just.
the budget?
We had the budget
The
for
budget.
Mr.
Come on,
Beast.
Mr.
Well, the
Beast.
budget's coming, dude. What? I
Dude.
mean, no, I mean, he said no price. He wouldn't do
Oh. Oh my God!
New rule:
when they
we
have
don't
it in
show
slow
them
motion.
any of this
it.
shit.
Yeah, you got to
before.
let him say a price and then get into it.
No, I do my research, man. I do my due diligence. That's nonsense.
Isn't that insane?
That's crazy. I'm gonna say, okay. I'm gonna say, $200 million.
Wow, that's the highest for
Yeah.
sure.
Is
Well,
that the highest?
I got
That's
it.
a great. I mean, you're asking me. You're asking a. I mean, that's.
I understand it, though.
I'm a tiny dude. You know what I'm saying?
I would take one of those for like 50 grand or something, like some sort of because it's like they do it to each other.
His price is getting lower and lower every week. You said a
because-
little bit ago, I wouldn't do that for any money, and it's getting better.
Well, I feel like also they'd be like, Jeff took one, like they'd
Oh,
they'd
that's
like
true.
me a little, they'd be
Yeah.
like, oh man, see this, he's like one of us, because those guys do it
Play
all
it.
the time.
Playing on your ego.
we
Okay.
forgot about the fact that he peed himself on Fallon.
Yeah, he's got balls of steel.
Yeah.
This guy.
God, there's nothing he won't do. He
This
gives
guy's
no
nuts.
fucks.
Peed on Fallon. He bombed for a whole month. He's not welcome back. Michael Cox said he can't do it anymore, and then also the comedy clubs hate him. So now he's taking slaps for 50 grand. This guy's life used to be something to talk about.
Easy money.
50 grand. See, I feel like an asshole for saying 200 million.
Yeah,
now.
200 million is pretty high.
It is
a
pretty
lot.
high, but I just think I'm a tiny dude. That's a fucking. I mean, to just stand there and just.
All right, how about this? Let's
200
change
mil-
it
200
then.
million is
Let's
high.
change that.
I feel bad.
Let's do the slap. Same sport, same everything, but it's from a girl.
Oh, you're setting them up.
Man, the price goes higher. I can't even.
Yeah.
Then you're dealing with the emotional component of that of a girl just be like, Yeah, bitch. Remember when I did that?
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
Oh god. She's like, yeah, I
now
knocked
it's
you
more
out.
humiliating.
Yeah, remember that? I knocked you out.
And your wife has to come to the show and
Yeah,
watch.
Yeah.
Well, she'll be there.
She
for
would
sure.
be there. Yeah, dude.
She wants to see it.
She would be there.
She'd be in the. She'd be looking at the girl, going, "Give him hell, boss."
Slap his ass.
Yeah, she's looking at how you get into it.
Yeah. She's going, "Well, how did you do it?"
What's the credentials?
What is the-
Do I just not have the right tier
Oh,
of
that's
badge?
so
Oh,
good.
chalk. I should get chalk.
That's so funny. Your wife becomes one of these slappers. She's like, I got to practice,
She's
honey.
empowered.
Yeah,
I got to practice.
You know, I've been spending all this time trying to get Drew to listen, and Bishop just slapped him once.
I just think like the slow mo cam just really. I mean, that,
That was- yeah,
also,
that was
that
tough.
first one was crap, or not crap. The first one was bullshit because he hit his ear in
Yeah,
the
like
back of his
behind
head.
here?
That's
Yeah.
not fair.
that's you're asking for.
You got to hit
damage,
their
man.
slap, not their whole
Yeah,
head.
I think that's
Yeah.
cheating.
We won't get that guy.
Google injuries from slap boxing.
No, don't Google that.
I want to see.
There's going to for sure be some.
Because, like, what are they? Broken eardrum,
Oh, nice. Doesn't even pop up.
broken jaw.
Concussions, brain bleeding.
Oh, jeez.
George,
Let's see if we got any good
You already said
pictures.
his price, dude.
I know, but
200 mil.
This
I
guy's
don't
all
feel-
pretty swollen up.
Oh, my God. That
See,
looks bad.
I don't even feel bad now for.
yeah,
saying
but
like
he
that.
didn't have a mouth guard. You just need a mouth guard.
You're so silly.
That there was no part of the mouth that was hit on that one. That guy hit
Here's what's
behind
weird
his
about
head.
Josh. He's going, come on, man. Just do it. Just do it. Well, what's your price? For
Two,
the same thing.
$300 million.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at that guy's head.
Yeah,
How-
that guy got wasted.
How much to
That's from a slap box?
Yeah.
how much to fight a like a adolescent grizzly, like a grizzly bear in his
Ooh, I
adolescence?
like that.
You know?
Can I
Young.
die?
What can I wear?
Or are they?
What would I be able to wear?
What an insane first question.
Yeah, what can I wear? Can I wear a Trump jersey that says 45 USA on it? No, I meant because
What are you
I meant
talking
because the claws,
Oh, okay.
you know, like would penetrate a suit.
That is not at all how I don't think either of us
What
thought you were
can I
talking
wear,
about.
dude?
We were like, wow, Jeff's being super Jeff with this one.
Yeah, dude.
What can I fucking
No,
is it
it's
this?
just- once I realized how ridiculous it sounded when I said, "What can I wear?" I just
Yeah,
ran
it's
into
so
it.
funny.
No, but like, can I wear like a suit that isn't gonna like get me all clawed up?
No, it's
Yeah.
it's business casual.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, bro. Yeah, we're gonna give you a bear suit. Like, no, dude.
Well, no, I was just asking because wrestling with him would be kind of fun
Yeah, no, this isn't fun.
if you can't, you know, he's not.
We're not
scraping up
interested
the-
We're not
fun.
interested in
What's-
paying you for
Because
fun,
he'll
dude.
kill me. I mean, I could die.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
mean-
like it because it's
Yeah.
small. It's
Or-
not a wild animal.
Or you could win.
Yeah, and then everyone goes, "Aren't you that guy that killed a bear? You killed a baby bear."
You don't.
And I was like, "I know, but they're pretty strong."
You don't.
And
Kill.
they go, "He was a baby, dude."
Well, no, you don't kill
I
it.
was fighting for my life, and they go, oh, "Sure." Because your little podcast, you're fighting. You're the guy who killed a bear.
Jeff's like, the bear didn't tap. The bear did not tap.
What was I supposed to do? It was me or him. They go, "No, you didn't have to do that. You set up the fight. You went and bought a bear and then killed it. You killed a baby cub bear. You're the bad guy."
Yeah, you are, dude. All right, what do you can wear what do you want?
But if the bear kills me, everyone goes, "Why was he doing that anyway?"
How did it was just a baby? How did he die?
Yeah. What a bitch. Also, why did he do that? Because of his podcast? You let a bear kill him?
So you saying it's a lose-lose?
Lose, yeah. But like wrestling around with him, because isn't this a baby Khabib?
Yeah. So he.
Khabib fought a bear. You guys showed me
Alright.
this when we had the podcast 12 packs, and I was like shocked by it. But also, like, why isn't this baby bear? Is he declawed or something?
Oh,
He
this
is-
isn't.
Looks like he has
Oh,
claws.
this is.
But that's a kid versus
That's a kid.
kid.
That's a real kid. I mean, I'm talking like. All right, like I'm saying adolescence. I'm not saying baby bear. It's like adolescence.
This
you know what I
kid
mean?
also later becomes the strongest man in the world or whatever.
Really?
The best
This-
UFC fighter.
Khabib. That's Khabib as a
They're
kid.
in Dagestan.
They're letting him fight a bear.
No, I deduce that, George. Thank you.
Look at him.
I can't imagine you're like, no, this was in Sacramento.
Or
Yeah. Where they just have him on a rope and they go, "Can my son fight him?"
1997, dude.
I like that this kid's into it. Look, he's smiling like it's not
I like
a
that the
problem.
Up there.
It's amazing.
I like the bear's just doing it.
Also, like this bear doesn't have any idea of the rules. The bear's going, "Can I bite?" And they go, not in this rule, not in this sanctioned fight."
So an adolescence bear that would wreck you, right?
Put a older, say, I don't know, bear and fight. Let's not make it a celebrity one. Let's just see if anybody fights bears. Where we could do this. Maybe while the triplets are getting their hair transplants in that country, they got bear. That's fake. That's an old commercial.
Is that the one where the bear
Jeff's
starts
already
boxing?
watched it. Jeff's already watched it.
That's an old video, but also I know George goes to the first one.
Yeah.
That's a problem on this. I'll say, how much is it to do the? He goes to the first thing. It's just
like
a girl.
ad,
She goes, I think this
ad.
is it's $50. You know, that's how much she raised.
It's an ad.
To do the polar plunge, but you went to the first one. It goes right to her website. It's got 17 clicks. George has 2 of them.
He clicks on every ad.
Yeah. And he goes, I think I found it. You go, oh, here we go. Is this the same guy?
Same guy, but different bear.
That bear looks smaller than the other one.
That's a. Oh, here we go. How much to fight that guy?
No price.
No.
Get out of here.
No way. Oh, here we go. This one.
That's a little bigger.
See
of a
that?
bear.
See, there you go. That like that, you know. But he's all see. Look, covered up pretty much everywhere.
Right, and I
you
think
know?
that's why I was.
That's what we're kind of avoiding.
We're avoiding.
That's what we're
this.
looking to
one
avoid.
gash. You know, like I
Yeah.
had this argument with Callan. Oh, he got him down.
I mean, they
Bear's
don't look-
panicking.
Look at that.
They don't look that
he's
tough.
he's making him. He's like, eat that.
He's trying to keep him happy. He's going, please don't snap.
Oh.
But Callan was saying I couldn't take like a German Shepherd who goes, one German Shepherd. Once it bites down, you're going to freak out. And I think that might be the same thing as like once it gashes me once, even if it's on my arm, I'm going to be so focused on, oh God, my arm, that I wouldn't be able to maintain the wrestle.
Yeah.
How long do I got to fight it?
5-minute rounds.
Wow.
Five
5
rounds.
That's aggressive.
All right, we'll do 3 rounds.
3, I think is
3 5s.
3 rounds.
3
crazy.
5.
Yeah, 3-5s. Josh won't get it.
You asked the question.
Josh will be like, but how deep?
Oh God, it was a valid question. 3 5-minute rounds.
Oof.
I mean, you couldn't. You're not gonna make it.
With the right kind of scratch-proof shit, I would do, cheap, few $1,000. I'd wrestle a bear with the right gear.
If you can pin,
But
the,
obviously
if you can
that's
pin
not
the bear,
very
it's
fun
done.
to watch.
How about if you could just pin the bear, it's done.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like this size and adolescent.
Yeah.
the problem with this, the only way it would be fun is if the bear fucks you up.
Well, yeah, for you guys.
Yeah, then it'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd fight a full-size bear if you could put me in something that wouldn't get scratched.
No way.
I don't
Yeah.
think I wouldn't.
Well, how do you get something that you can't get scratched?
Well,
They
like
do
one of
have
these
like
things.
bite those, like when they train the canines.
police dogs?
Yeah.
I was
They
thinking
have
something
that.
like that.
But a bear, I mean,
It's going to fuck me up. Good.
yeah.
Oh! Already changed my mind with one screenshot.
Oh.
This guy was in like
Oh, don't do horrific attack.
All these commercials, too.
You don't have YouTube TV.
I have to watch Jennifer Gardner
Plus.
pitch Capital One more time because George wants to show us a 30-second video.
all right, we don't have to watch the video.
No, we just wanted to watch this. You can click
Getting
away.
indoctrinated by Verizon.
Nice, dude.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, bear scare.
I mean,
I
we
didn't know
don't.
you could do that. He's got like one. It's this like when you get the shark cages in the ocean. This is like a polar bear cage.
People are wild, dude. They do this for no money. They pay to do this.
Polar bears don't mess around too. Everyone thinks they're so nice because the Coca-Cola commercials.
I mean,
But
that
they'll
guy-
fuck
No,
you
they're
up,
the most
dude.
aggressive.
Look at him. He's going. Get out of there.
I mean, he's in. How much to just sit in that thing where that
Oh, I'd
bear's
do
there?
that for free. To sit in that thing would be kind of exciting to see
I
a
wouldn't.
polar bear that close.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it either. I wouldn't do it with the
Really?
shark one either, where
I've
people
swam
go
with
under.
sharks.
Oh,
in
the
those
shark
cages?
in the cage? Nope.
Oh, I got cocky in that thing too. I was touching the sharks. I was putting my hand outside of the cage and touching them.
Oh.
And everybody was like, "You're what? Why is this guy doing that? Look at this. This thing's trying to get in there."
Yeah, you just sit in that?
Yeah, I would.
Well, you're not going to get out of it, obviously. But
You would just sit there.
yeah, of course you're going to
It's designed. Look how safe he is.
But I thought.
All
But I
those
thought it was.
bolts.
Where's the bear scare though?
This is
I'm
it.
seeing the
It's just a
bear.
close encounter. That's it.
Oh.
That was the whole video.
No, but the
Come
shark one
on.
is. I asked the guy before I went in, right? Because you got to go out on this long ass boat trip before they even let you go into the cage. And I said, "Hey, how really dangerous is this?" He's like, "Not dangerous at all." And I was like, "Right? Like I could probably just swim with these sharks." He goes, "These sharks are like dogs. They hear the engines of the boats. We come out here 6 times a day. They know we're gonna chum the waters." He goes, "These sharks are like dogs. They just come out here, they eat all the free meat that we put in the water, and then they go back away. And the next time they hear our motors, they come back out, and they're just chumming the water by the cage." So I was like, once I heard that, I was like, oh, so I could like swim with them without a cage? He goes, it wouldn't even be scary.
Why didn't you do it?
Or it wouldn't even be risky. Well, because they wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
But once I got in the cage, remembering that, and then I remember I was with a girl, and also there all these other tourists. So I was like, I'm gonna look like a badass. So I kept putting my hand out of the thing and like touching the shark, and the shark would like whip back because like I touched his like side of his body or whatever. And then everyone's like, "Stop it! Oh my gosh, he's touching the shark!" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't even care." You know?
They're like dogs.
I'd already learned that they're not that dangerous. So this would be fun, I think.
Have you guys done the blow a dude one yet?
We have not.
Josh
tried to name it that, you know, how much to suck a guy's dick, and we can't have a podcast called that. Josh.
What? Of course you could.
It would have got a lot of
wouldn't
clicks.
succeed, but of course you could.
No, we haven't done that one.
All right.
What's your price?
No. I came up with it. You go first. I'm gonna go off of your guys'. I'm
Josh
not gonna
is
be
like
the first
$50.
one.
No.
He's like, I don't know what, $50? Who's the guy?
No, it wouldn't be
Could I
50
pick him?
bucks.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah,
It'd be pretty high, dude.
it's Tom Hardy. It's cheaper.
Oh yeah.
No, we don't. We haven't done
Someone
any
I
of this.
revere.
No, I'm not doing it.
All right, fair enough. What's a good final one?
I like
Drew
I like the one that you brought up a while ago. How much to cut off one of your hands?
Oh jeez, dude.
We do it like at a hospital. Like it would be like removed.
Yeah, like we'll go to hand surgery removal.
.com.
It's not a legitimate like organization.
No, it'll be
No.
It's not government.
It's
The-
a .edu.
It's the Jim Abbott Hospital.
.edu.
All right, to cut
Jim
off
Abbott University.
a hand.
One hand.
Do I get it to come back? Do I get like do they do this shit or is it gone?
It's gone.
No,
It's
your hand's gone.
like when-
yeah,
you
we're
know,
not
we
going to
can sew-
reattach
we
it
can
once
Oh
it gets cut.
no, it's gone.
You could do Game of Thrones and have it around your neck as like a trophy.
But also, like, they make really good fake hands now. They make
that's
good
true.
robot hands. You could have the hooks, you know, the hook
Oh,
ones.
I don't want the hooks. I want like this kind.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker.
How much to cut off my hand? I have a tough time cutting off an X. Okay. All right. I'm gonna say. Oh man, because it's like this and I can't feel it.
I love watching the thought process. It's fantastic.
All right. I'm gonna say
But it's just one, you know?
that is just one, and it has to be hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, what else would you like to get cut off?
No, we'll go with hand. I got into waters that I didn't. I was like, no.
Also, like, we can still do comedy. You can still do most of the things. You can pick which hand, right? This left one's useless.
You could bomb
too.
for a month still.
No. But I got all this hand material.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So
You
I'm
don't
gonna
like
say.
to be me.
I'm gonna have to say $250 million.
You lose that hand, you make another AGT run. Look at this. You believe it? My luck.
What are you here for this time?
Look at this. This thing is built to stop a softball.
Oh, that's perfect.
I would have to be because I did $200 million for a slap in the face.
Yeah, it's gotta be
It
higher.
would have to be higher.
Yeah, it'd have to be
that would
higher
be
than
insane if I was just like.
But it shouldn't be low. It shouldn't be higher than the Anne Frank shirt. It's just wearing a T-shirt around.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just
I
a
don't
regular
know.
T-shirt George made.
That George
This
is trying.
it's a t-shirt
George is trying to
has.
sell as his merch.
George went to 3 different custom T-shirt places to have that made. The first 2 were like, we're not making that.
And then he went to Michael's.
He was like, I promise this isn't Anne Frank. This is a picture of my niece.
Puffy paint.
Promise. We only had a black and white filter.
I'm gonna have to say 300. Like it has to be 250 or 300. I feel like 50 million more than being slapped in the face is that's not even enough
I
to
think-
distinguish.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be
think that's legit.
closer to the $500 million range. Yes.
Wow, 500 million. But I think that's actually still low.
I mean, I said I would
to
do it.
lose a hand.
I said I would do it for like
what am I
20 million.
saying?
Yeah.
20.
I mean, that's game-changing money. You're like
20 mil?
20 million. You don't ever have to work again.
Yeah, but there's so much
For your
less
hand?
than that you're not going to have to work again.
But just for your
We
hand.
don't have extravagant lives. That's what people... I wish everyone in that home realized that.
Yeah.
Think about what you really want. What do you really want? Like, you want a nice car, a nice home. You want someone who loves you. You want friends. You don't need to be really rich to have everything you want.
Yeah, but it's pretty nice. It'd be pretty
is.
dope to be able to travel like by yourself or
Yeah.
do a private
But you don't
jet.
need to be a billionaire to have that.
My fear is that
That's why 20 million for no hand for me.
Yes. See, that's my fear is that if I go with like the 300 million, that's so much money that I'm I'm so bored.
Bored, yeah.
Now you're sitting around. You just got a full tummy. You just came. You're fucking just sit around on your yacht going, you know, if I had more money, I'd buy a hand.
Yeah.
I wish I had my hand back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly
That
how much
becomes
it
your
happened.
dream, is having the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but think about all the stuff you do, and think about how much better it would be with $20 million more in your fucking bank
Think about
account.
how much worse it would be to try to like, oh no, I gotta pump gas and then.
I think it'd be a new,
he wouldn't do
nice
that.
experience. I don't pump my gas.
You know? Even in California.
Don't like it.
In California, you're like,
Well, I have a
it's like in
Tesla,
Jersey.
so-
Where you're like, no, the guy will come out.
Yeah.
I
Just
haven't
sitting in his
got.
car.
He's
I
like,
got
go to the
gas
one
for
with
the
the guy.
first time in the entire year, and
You didn't
North
get it?
Carolina has gone. Hey, Josh, pump this.
You didn't get it.
He has a
I
little
got
hat
it.
for Josh too, and there's a bell.
Drew, thank you for being on this.
Yeah, man.
We love you, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Fans and friends. Where can everyone see you? And we want to plug anything?
Sure. Yeah, I have my own podcast. It's called Did I Stutter?
Nice.
That's it. Thanks for
Nice.
having me, guys.
And how do they find it? Just on wherever the podcast.
Spotify, all the shit.
Nice.
Yeah, Spotify.
Perfect.
Go to jeffdye.com. Check out when you can see me live. Also, I have a Patreon. That's just Patreon.com/JeffDye. And yeah, come see me.
Josh Nelson Comedy. Thank you very much.
We love you. Goodbye.